All right, guys, so now let's move on to my second photography hero. My second photography hero, his name is Jerry Ghionis. Jerry Ghionis, basically, he really showed me how working with artificial light, natural light, just whatever light that's available in the room, he really showed me that you could create an image just utilizing any light source, that is. And you know, before I came across his work, as I was following in Jeremy's footstep, because Jeremy is, you know, he utilizes, you know, strobes and whatnot, and I figured that I needed all those equipment in order to make a great portrait. So when I came across Jerry Ghionis' work, his work was just impeccable. And it really didn't matter what lighting he used. For the most part, he utilized constant light, natural light. A lot of times he utilized natural light. He utilized, you know, just the light in a room. He might have used like a lampshade or something like that. And for me, that was amazing, because for me, it meant that I didn't have to carry around a whole bunch of lights. That means I could just basically carry my camera and go out and shoot, you know, because I could just find any light source and basically create an image. So I became obsessed with this whole philosophy of minimalist lighting. The philosophy is basically light is light. Whatever light is available, you should be able to create a portrait utilizing the available light. So my whole foundation from that point forward to now and growing is basically trying to create portraits with whatever light source there is. And that's why when I talk about going into a room with, you know, doing a getting ready and stuff like that, utilizing whatever light is available in that room. And obviously I will add any light that needs to be added, but my goal is basically to utilize whatever light is available in that room. And Jerry really taught me how to do that. By looking at his work, studying his work, he really helped me to do that. You know, I met him once at a workshop, and it was amazing to see how he worked through the whole process and just simply creating just amazing portraits with just utilizing constant light. There's so much you could do just, you know, utilizing constant or, you know, just the natural light that's available. There's a lot of photographers out there that's like, you know, if you shoot natural light, you're not a real photographer or whatever. Look, just creating portraits, utilizing whatever lights is available is awesome. Just look at Jerry's work. And if you don't believe me, just look at Jerry's work. I got a lot of my foundation from Jerry. And the reason for that is I don't like to carry around a lot of gear. So that's why I gravitated to that whole lighting principle of minimalist lighting, because I do not like to carry a lot of gear. The other thing that Jerry basically influenced in my photography, and you could see it to this day, a lot of people, when you watch my videos, if they're familiar with Jerry's work, they would comment, hey, your work look very familiar, meaning it looks similar to Jerry's work. And the reason for that is basically because I'm obsessed about this stuff. I basically follow the guy, and I follow, you know, all my photography heroes. I follow them and I study their work religiously. Not that I'm able to, you know, create or get to that level, at least not in the same path. I create my own path because I take little things from each one of these heroes, you know, to try to create and make it my own. So with respect to Jerry, one of the things I took away from him is that he basically poses every single subject that comes in front of his camera. And I found that fascinating. And the reason I found that fascinating is because prior to me discovering Jerry, I was only working under the influence of Jeremy Cohen. Now, Jeremy is not a posing guy. He's an amazing artist. Great at lighting, great at creating complex images and stuff like that. But he wasn't a posing guy. So the thing that I was missing, when I inherited, the whole lighting equipment and stuff like that from Jeremy's setup, is that I was missing something. I was missing when I was looking at my images. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't getting that instant gratification that I was looking for. And the reason that is because every single shot that I was taking, I was just telling the subject, just go over there. Just go over there, give me a smile, but I wasn't really giving much direction, and I wasn't really posing my subject. So the images that I was getting was basically I was spraying and praying, hoping to get something back from the subject. I was hoping that the subject would give me something that I could utilize. And I wasn't able to utilize a lot of those images. I was basically coming back with tons of images and only able to use a handful. That's because I wasn't happy with it. But when I saw Jerry and how he was posing his subjects, I decided to say, you know what? Maybe I could try to start posing my subjects and maybe I would get something out of it. So I started posing my subjects, and immediately, soon as I started doing that, immediately I get a response. Well, I get that instant gratification that I was looking for, because now I'm able to create that vision that I was looking for. Combination of lighting and posing, I was able to create that vision that I was looking for. So those two heroes combined, I was able to grasp my, just some little techniques from each one of them to help create and craft, something that I was looking for. So, Jerry, thank you very much for influencing me in such a positive way. And thank you for basically helping me to grow to where I'm at today. I still have a lot to learn, and I will continue to push myself to become a better photographer than I am today. When I compare myself to these two photography heroes, basically, I always tell people that ask me, I'm like less than 1% of where I need to be. So there's a lot of growth that I have to go through. And these are just two masters at their craft that I look up to. And every time I look at their work, I just look at mine and I just shake my head as, even why do I even, take pictures? So thank you, Jerry, for everything that you do. Thank you.